G'day, g'day from the Menindee Lakes. We made the trip down to Broken Hill from Tibooburra once the road opened up the other day, and just showed Michelle around Broken Hill. Didn't really make any like film anything or take any photos, just sort of showed her around, and stayed at Non's place, and then just taking a few days now to come out to Menindee, because only the second or third time in my life it's actually full of water. Got all set up here, but unfortunately I started running a bit of a temperature and feeling a bit crook, so I pumped myself full of Panadol to seize that, and then I've been lying down for the last hour and a half while Michelle runs around and does campsite duties like collect firewood. That's very good though.
Bit of housekeeping.
But anyway, absolutely minter spot. Supposed to get some weather. I've been a bit skeptical on the weather reports, because this area of the country, this western New South Wales and southwest Queensland, they don't have any accurate sort of weather radar or anything, so it's all based on models and previous this, that and the other. So when we've been told we're going to have massive rain and it's, you know, extinction level type stuff, it's only really been a sprinkle. But since we left Argaminda, Brendan tells me that they've copped a pretty decent shellacking, so luckily we came and went and got past there before that all hit. Otherwise we might be up there for a couple of weeks. All that channel country just floods and roads closed and you can't go anywhere, but it's not a bad thing. Got no time restrictions, so we'll head back to Broken Hill after this, and now stay with Non for another few days. But for the next 4 days we'll be having a look around here. So we've covered a lot of ground, so one thing's for certain, we've probably got to start slowing down a little bit. But a couple of our plans had changed due to the weather. We couldn't get to Cameron Corner because it closed after we were stuck there, and White Cliffs Road was always closed. I think they're open now, so we did discuss possibly backtracking to White Cliffs, but we'll just see how we go. But anyway, I might just nurse myself back to good health, and hopefully I wake up tomorrow right, though.
I hope to wake up better tomorrow.
It's not much chop, me being a poison pup here on the bloody, in such a beautiful place like this. I was so excited to come here, and then about halfway here I just started feeling like absolute shit. But anyway, we may have to put some sides on this awning, weather dependent obviously, but might just do it, Dale, so the kitchen functions alright out the breeze. But anyway, that's me. I might even see if Sneaky Rumby might fix me. Well, good morning from Lake Menindee, and we're in a bit of a lake yesterday afternoon or early evening, about 5 o'clock. She absolutely bucketed down. But anyway, it's the day after next. I did get a bit crook. Michelle was calling me precious, but I'm pretty much over it now. So I've just been nursing myself yesterday, and we've pretty much had a day of rain, and today isn't looking too much better, but it's supposed to clear later this evening. So hopefully in for a good day tomorrow, which would be brilliant. All the roads are closed, so we can't go anywhere anyway. And what a bloody beautiful spot to be stuck at. Been nearly 3 weeks. 3 weeks on the road, living on the road. And still doesn't quite feel like we're doing it yet. Still feels just like we're on a big trip, which we are, but you tell yourself you're not going home, and that's all right. But the realization's come that we're not really camping anymore. We're actually we're living outside. And yeah, that hit home yesterday evening pretty hard, but we stayed dry, and our setup works pretty well. And if we put all these walls on this awning, we've got a massive area of cover. So anyway, we're getting us some breakfast, Ada.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. Just had a beautiful breakfast, Michelle's little signature dish. But kept aside a little bit of the fat off the bacon, so I'm going to put that in a yabby pot, and I'm going to have a crack and see how I go. And there is some witchetty grubs around in the trees, So I might rig the fishing rod up and grab a couple of them and have a crack at catching a fish too, because when I got up this morning they were jumping about. Tire off. Well, this guy started to look a little bit angry, so I just thought, bugger it, we'll just put this other wall on. While I was putting that wall on, Michelle's just got on the shovel again and redid our moat. How's that going for you, Doug? That's absolutely huge, Doug. Like, you couldn't be in a caravan park and set this thing up fully because you just simply wouldn't have the space. You need about 3 cars wide and 2 long. Heaps of covered though.
Our little house.
Yeah. We live outside now, Presh.
Apparently.
It's not camping anymore. So awesome.
It is awesome.
Heaps of space. So we'll be pretty right for another couple of days. Righto, so I've just rigged up the fishing rod. And just behind here, there he is. Which did he grab? So yeah, high probability of snags, I reckon. This is just out here is where I saw the fish jumping earlier this morning. So see how we go. Snag City. Just as I thought. Well, it's been a pretty gloomy day, hey Dale?
And cold, I must say. Tim's even got pants on for all of those following along at home.
Put my old work pants on. Let's sort of check this yabby pot. This little fish.
Right.
So I'll throw it back in. Righto, it's getting on nearly 6 o'clock. Michelle's warming herself up some winos on the wino stuff.
Yeah.
And the boats are working good. But she hasn't let up all day. It's bloody freezing. So we're just going to cook some dinner. No fire again tonight. Have some wraps. Going to toast them on the fry pan. Then yeah, probably going to go to bed early. Might read some books. We had the New South Wales water crew come past today. They empty the bins here in this campsite, so it's really good that they provide that free of charge, the local council. They stopped past telling us a few stories of some people up the road. So at this Burke and Wills campground, there's like a little ramp that goes down into the grounds, and it's obviously quite boggy out there. He said the road's absolutely shocking. But they managed to drive in here from Menindee, the township. And but anyway, this guy was trying to get out with his caravan and couldn't get out, and he slipped and slid and he's all crossed up, so he's ended up having to camp on the ramp. And then there was another car that came down earlier today trying to go down in there, and he's turned the corner and started going down the ramp, and then seen him and then locked him up, and then had a bit of trouble getting reversed back out of there. So he was the only one down there, so he's not blocking anyone else from getting out. But yeah, a little bit funny, but just goes to show, like, these roads, it doesn't take much. And like, we went for a walk and it doesn't look that slippery, but as soon as you start walking on it, you start skidding just walking on it. So even in like proper work boots and stuff. So just a bit, how you going, Dale?
It was a little bit, but we're good.
We are good.
Look at this, we got a palace.
We've got so much room here with these side walls on. Yeah, the lads reckon that we'll get another good sprinkling of rain from now until probably 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. Maybe spots throughout the night, but we should be waking up to clear skies tomorrow. But we'll see, because she's bloody well set in pretty hard this afternoon. It's not heavy as it was yesterday or last night, but I should have been more productive and got the laptop out again and made a video, but I didn't. So anyway, this is it's been a good learning curve for us, hasn't it, Dale? First
Got a bit of waterproofing to do.
yeah, we're only 3 weeks in. There is a bit of waterproofing to do. As you can see there, just where it just where the water seems to pool just a little bit before it drops over the edge of the awning and down the wall. Just it's just leaking just a little bit, and it seems to be in nearly every spot. Well, this one's actually leaking through the zip there, so they're not waterproof zips. And the same with this one, it's just coming in the zip. But not too bad. It's kept us bloody dry. The ground in here is still dry. It's been good to have a couple of wet days just to see how the whole setup goes, and all in all it's pretty good. There's this annoying thing here. It just continues to plague me, but it's just because the wind's blowing in on that direction and it's dripping in here, but it's not a major catastrophe. You just catch it with the bucket. The tent, there's a bit of a it's a bit of a design flaw on the tent. Just those ladders aren't out on the sharpest of angles, but it's just dripping off the front of the tent straight down to where you put your feet. So that's that can be overcome by putting the room on, but apart from that, there's not too much else we can do about that. So that's a little bit annoying when you're getting in and out of bed. But we've got these little shoe bags here, so you just climb up the ladder and take your shoes off, and we've got a towel up there, and you just wipe your feet before you get into bed. But anyway, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Just gonna have some dinner and probably go up in the tent a bit earlier tonight. Oh, lightning crash.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anyway, check back in tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to get some drone footage and go for a bit more of a walk around. Under. That's right above us.